Most people, though educated, do not know the fundamentals of health and healing. Medical superstition has allowed people to believe that good health is mass inoculation and medicated, and such is impossible and naive. One picture does not fit all, as seen by COVID sweeping through India, where hygiene is very poor. That's the basic issue. Previous inoculation for polio by the Gates Foundation was called a total success in eradicating polio, leaving 490,000 children with non-polio flaccid paralysis. So therefore the disease had changed form and location. We, to a large degree, shall revisit medieval times because of this basic lack of understanding, allowing control over our quality of health and personal data. And this should never have happened in an enlightened age. The body machinery works off laws. You say, what laws? Such laws are evident in physics, flight, electricity, etc. The laws spoken of here, such as rest patterns, removing free oils, inhaling fresh air in ventilated rooms. This is what is required to make up an internally clean, nutrient-rich system for self-healing. Years ago I was told that some scientists believe that viruses are actually fungal spores. It did not make sense that a non-living entity was responsible for disease. There was something wrong with the foundational premise for disease because of part truths, which was in the interest of the big multinationals. A virus is not a microbe, for it is not alive until it is deposited into the living host, and the word virus by association disease is actually a very poor term. Only recently has it been understood that the virus is necessary for the creation of life in the initial cell replication for the formation of the fetus, and continues to disperse throughout the cell as replication continues. Without the virus, we have no life. Extracellular vessels, EVs, are important in cell-to-cell communication as well as pathogen-to-pathogen communication. EVs are small phospholipid membranes, enclosed entities that carry microRNA. MicroRNA is a small single-stranded non-coding RNA molecule that functions in RNA silencing and post-transcriptional regulation of gene expression. As scientists study deeper into this subject, the line blurs between a virus and an EV, the extracellular vessels, and are now being exploited for vaccine technology. An example of fungal EVs, it contains RNA, proteins, melanin, lipid, and polysaccharides. EVs are fundamental to the complex cycle of life. EVs of bacteria can protect against disease, supporting commensal growth, or be pathogenic, promoting inflammation of the host. EVs become indistinguishable from viruses the deeper we search. EVs associated with extracellular activity in the body could be broadly known as membrane vessels, are found in great abundance in the water we drink and in the air we breathe, and of course the earth from which we take our food. Microbes are affected by environmental factors through membrane vesicles. The microbes of the cells are transformed accordingly. Viral payloads make life and its function possible, and microbes make up gut function, without which we would not have immunity, get our nutrition, or be able to function at all. Microbes morph themselves according to the environment in which they are found by EVs or the membrane vesicles. This determines blood flow and quality and our self-healing. So there is vertical replication of cells, the division of the cell to make up life, but there's also the horizontal influences by environmental factors, and the outcome depends both on internal as well as external hygiene. This makes up the cycle of life, allowing recycling and the regeneration of organic matter. So we have life being promoted and then dust to dust, ashes to ashes. Extracellular vessels important in cell-to-cell communication, or EVs, depending on the proteins and the genetic material incorporated in them, play an important role in viral infection, both facilitating it and suppressing it. EVs can bind to the plasma membrane of other cells, enter them either through fusion or endocytosis, and trigger specific reactions from these recipient cells. Finally, EVs carry genetic material, and this genetic material can change functions of the recipient cell. If we were to let the body become filthy inside, the gene expression through EVs would mean life-threatening parasites, bacteria and fungus would rapidly multiply, and if present in a group could cause an epidemic that would cause death and plough us back into the ground, thus recycling life and cleaning up the filth. The body has several lines of defense against an attack. When the last body defense has been broken, in which a person is infected by disease, this becomes part of the DNA, thus a weak chain remains in the system rather than strengthening immunity. When the immune system is compromised, the disease returns, but has changed form and location. The example, chicken pox presents as shingles or Bell's palsy, for example. Thus, whatever enters the system can permanently remain, thus potentially weakening the system and causing further disease, or one disease leading to another. This is contrary to the concept of compromising the system for immune response that may have immediate but not long-term benefits. Think about it.